This video will show you exactly how to set up a human-in-the-loop checkpoint so you can approve or disapprove the automation before moving forward. So right here we have a trigger and a writing agent. Inside the writing agent, we have our prompt, and we have already generated an output. And we have also pinned the output for the purpose of testing this workflow. While you are setting this up, you're going to run the workflow a couple times, and this will help you save credits on your API call. The next node we're going to add is the human in the loop checkpoint. So click on add, go to human in the loop, and for this example, we're using Telegram. Inside our Telegram setup, we already have our account synced up, and all we need to do is add in our chat ID. Once we have found our chat ID, paste that right in here. For the operation, we're using send and wait for a response. What this would do is it's going to receive the previous input from our writing agent and simply it will give us a content for the operation, we will use send and wait for a response. What this will do is send us the content preview inside our Messenger app, inside Telegram, and we can take a look at. So in the message section, we can select expression, and we can simply type in, here is the draft, Shift Enter, and we can drag our content schema inside here. And if we hit test, we will receive a Telegram message. And this is our message. And it's showing us the content to draft. And we can either approve or disapprove. In the response type, we can click on the drop-down menu. Here we have three options: approval, free text, and custom form. Approval is the easiest to set up. It will allow you to have yes or no as the only two answers, but it doesn't give you the option to add in any change request. Free text will allow you to type in anything, any phrases that you want. However, for this to work flawlessly, you need to add in a classifier, which the automation will read whatever text you put in inside the request box and decide whether to approve or disapprove. So your prompt writing has to be exact and clear so that the AI knows exactly what to do. Now, the next option is the custom form. This will give us the ability to approve or disapprove. And if disapproved, adding any changes. It's going to be very simple and straightforward. So in the film elements, we can say approve. For the element type, we're going to use a drop-down list so that the user can either select approve or disapprove. In the field options, this is where we can add yes or no. So we're going to say approve, yes, and then we're going to add another field to disapprove. So another option would be no, I want some changes. And down here, you will toggle required field. This is where you will add in a change request. So let's add another form element. In the field name, we can say add your changes here. And the element type will be text, and the placeholder would be add in your change request here. And this will be a required field. Actually, let's untoggle this one above. So if we go back and pause the execution, and let's rerun this again. Now, when you are setting this up, it's super important for you to pin the previous node because you are setting this up. You have to run the test a lot so that it does not burn up your credits using the OpenAI writing agent. Inside our Telegram app, we have our draft content, and we have a button on the bottom that says respond. So if we hit respond, it's going to pop up a prompt window, and this is where we can either approve the content or disapprove. If approved, we can say yes. If disapproved, we can say no. And here we can add any changes that we want. We can say remove all hash tags and hit submit. Now let's go back inside n8n. Now we have our data collected inside our Telegram. And now we need to add a if logic. Click on add and search for if. Add the if node. Inside the if node, the conditions that we set will determine whether the content is approved or disapproved. If disapproved, it will move down the false pipeline. If approved, it will move down the true pipeline. So let's open this up. In the conditions section, we will map the choices that we have selected inside our Telegram prompt. So we will drag the approve content schema inside value 1. For value 2, if it's equal to yes, then the content is approved. Else is going to be false. And that's all we need to do. Let's hit test. Because we have selected no, I want some changes, it's going to turn into a false branch. And this is where we can add a revision agent in the false pipeline. So let's hit add, search for OpenAI, and we're going to use a message a model. Let's rename this to revision agent. Inside here, we're going to choose ChatGPT 4o, and we're using a resource as text. Inside the prompt area, we will reference the original content. We can say, here is the draft. Column, shift enter, and we can map our writing agent, which is this one right here. We can map the content schema right in here. And let's expand this. And we will say, here is the change request. Colon. And this is where you will drag in the change request that we have added inside our Telegram prompt. So which is right here. Add your changes here. So now if you look at the result column, we are referencing the previous content, and we are also adding in the changes, which is to remove all hashtag. So let's close this out and hit test. Now the revision agent has completed revising the content. The next step is to route the revised content back inside our Telegram checkpoint. What we need to do is create a set node. This might be confusing when you are first setting this up, but it will make a lot more sense as I explain this. So what you want to do in the set node, you will reference the draft content from the previous node, and you will connect the revised agent to the same node, just like that. Now you may be asking, well, which one is the set node referencing? Is it referencing the first writing agent or the revision agent? Now the revision agent will output the exact same content schema, just like the draft agent. So inside the set node, we are referencing JSON message.content, which is the same. This node shares the same information from this one and this one, but it's going to receive the latest information inside of this node, which will feed into our Telegram checkpoint. So if we hit test step, it's first going to grab the draft content, and then it's going to send us a Telegram message. In order to set this up correctly, you don't want to test each individual node one by one because it's not going to work. You're going to experience interruption. In order for this to work, you have to use test workflow. So let's go inside our Telegram app and clear up all the history. Hit delete. And now let's hit test workflow. We're going to first receive the draft content from our draft agent. And let's open up our Telegram message. And let's hit respond and hit open. And inside here, we can say disapprove. And we're going to say remove all hashtags and hit submit. And now it's going to pass the change request to the revision agent. And the revision agent will update that revised content and store that inside the set node. Basically, it's going to override whatever content, it was sent from our first draft agent. Now the revised content has been passed inside our Telegram app. Now inside our Telegram app, we have our revised content. And notice that the hashtags have been removed. Now, if you don't want this message on the bottom to show, we can simply toggle that off by going inside our Telegram and go down to the bottom where it says options, add option, and hit append n8n attribution. And right here, we can toggle that off. Okay? And that's exactly how easy it is to remove that message on the bottom. Now, if we hit respond, we're going to open up the window again. For this time, let's approve the content. So click on the drop-down menu, select yes, and changes, we can say no changes, and hit submit. And now, n8n has passed the content down the true pipeline. And this is exactly how easy it is to set up a human-in-the-loop checkpoint so you can check the quality of your work whenever you are using AI automation to make sure that any disapproved content don't get past the checkpoint. I hope you find this tutorial helpful. If you want to see this checkpoint being implemented in a larger workflow, please watch this one next.